A tiger growls in the middle of Texas farmland, and no one bats an eye. Behind suburban fences, apex predators roam yards like oversized house cats with 1,000-pound instincts. Texas has more captive tigers than the entire wild population left in the world today. These aren't zoos or sanctuaries. Many are private homes with shockingly few regulations or inspections. Lions may rule Africa, but in Texas, tigers answer to backyard owners with leashes. No federal laws are stopping most Texans from owning a full-grown Bengal tiger. Some are bought as cubs, fed bottles, and raised like family until instincts start to snap. But what happens when a tiger mistakes a toddler's laugh for prey rustling in the grass? Emergency responders have no official training for tranquilizing a 600-pound predator mid-suburb. Yet the permits are so loosely managed, many tigers aren't even registered with the state. Rescue groups scramble to respond when owners surrender tigers they can no longer manage or feed. One slip of a latch and an entire neighborhood becomes a hunting ground overnight. Tigers require massive territory in the wild, but here they're often locked in cramped enclosures. Veterinarians warn that malnutrition, isolation, and inbreeding plague these animals behind closed gates. Many suffer silently, pacing endlessly, their wildness crushed beneath concrete and confinement. These aren't myths. There are confirmed cases of escaped tigers roaming Texas highways and fields. In 2021, a tiger was filmed wandering Houston streets before vanishing into the city's shadows. But what shocked officials more was how many neighbors weren't even surprised. It's legal loopholes, not cages, that are keeping this issue hidden in plain sight. Lawmakers have introduced bills, but private ownership still thrives in this legal gray zone. Some ranchers use tigers for photo ops, profit, or exotic status rather than education or conservation. Others operate roadside zoos where safety standards are decades behind modern animal welfare science. Animal advocates argue this is not conservation, but captivity dressed as spectacle. Conservationists believe these tigers could be better used in legitimate breeding or rewilding programs. Meanwhile, wildlife sanctuaries are overwhelmed with surrendered cats and have nowhere to house the next emergency. Insurance companies rarely cover the risks involved in owning such lethal, unpredictable animals. Even seasoned handlers admit that trust with a tiger is an illusion easily shattered. One wrong move, one moment of fear, and instinct takes the lead every time. Unlike pets, tigers don't unlearn the hunt, even after years in human care. They imprint on power, territory, dominance, behaviors no fence can permanently contain. Despite the danger, many owners claim a deep bond, believing love can override nature. But when tragedy strikes, it's often the tiger that pays the ultimate price. Advocates say it's time to stop romanticizing ownership and start prioritizing science and safety. Countries like India and Russia protect their wild tigers with precision and purpose. Meanwhile, Texas remains the global capital of captive tigers with minimal oversight. This isn't a fight against freedom, it's a call for balance between rights and responsibility. Dozens of animal welfare groups are now urging reform before the next major incident explodes. We must ask if admiration for power justifies risking public safety and animal suffering. True respect means giving tigers what they need, not what we want them to be. The question isn't whether we can own them, it's whether we should. Tigers belong in the wild or protected sanctuaries, not behind garden sheds in the suburbs. Texas can lead the way by turning a controversial legacy into a model for change. The roar of a tiger should echo through jungles, not across housing developments and highways. And until that roar returns to the wild, we'll keep asking why we allowed this silence.